And we are talking all things spring planting with Ben Grandin. He works with the Horticulture Division of the Guilford County Cooperative Extension. You can send in your questions right there by texting us to the number that's on the bottom of your screen. All right, Ben, this person says, can I put my Monstera plant back outside or will the cold weather kill it?
I'd wait till mid-April. Monstera plants are really good indoor tropical plants. So I would definitely wait till the last chance of frost, maybe even a bit afterwards to make sure that the cool temperatures didn't set them back.
And again, we're looking at like April 8th or so, sometime after that.
Yeah, with the Monsteras, I'd probably say the end of April. So it
Okay.
doesn't dip down below about 40.
Okay. This person's asking, are there plants that can be purchased with an EBT card? And if so, where can they be found?
Um, a lot of the herbs we find in the grocery store can be purchased with EBIT cards. I'm not 100% sure about garden plants in the garden center, but I do know that things like basil and thyme and oregano that you find in the herb section or the produce section of the grocery store typically are able to be purchased with EBIT cards.
Okay. This person wants to know, when do you plant asparagus?
Asparagus is planted as crowns, so you're actually planting the root mass of the asparagus. Right now is the perfect time to put it in.
Okay, you're a go for asparagus. Now, this question is on the opposite. I planted my 3 tomato plants and they look terrible. What should I do?
Honestly, if you've already planted tomato plants, it might be safe to leave them out, but they're going to be stunted. It probably would have been best to wait another few weeks. And if you do plant more, you can put them right next to the current ones, and you'll see how much quicker the later planted tomatoes will take off.
Oh, they can do their own like home experiment and be like, oh, this is what happens when you plant too early and this is what happens when you plant on time. Okay. This person's asking, what is the turnaround time for the co-op to get test soil results?
Right now, the NCDA Soil Lab is running about 3 weeks or so. Starting April 1st, the samples become free again. Right now, they are $4 a sample. So once that switch happens, the length of time will take a little bit longer. A lot of people are waiting for that April 1st date to send them in. So right now, it's about 2 weeks, but it might be pushed out 3 or 4 starting in April.
Okay, and so starting in April, it is free. What do people need to do? What's the process?
First step, come get a soil test kit over at our office, 3309 Burlington Road here in Greensboro, or your local cooperative extension office. Basically, you're going to get a form and a box that you put the soil in, you send it off to Raleigh, and you wait a few weeks, and it gives you all the recommendations you need.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, this person's asking, which zone is Guilford County? Is it zone 8? Is it zone 9?
Guilford County is now zone 8A. They recently updated that. We get down to about 10 degrees, and the winter is an average annual low.
Okay. And that changed recently or?
Just a few months ago, they changed it. We were in 7B, now we're 8A. They say we're a little bit warmer than we used to be. It's not a major change. It's not going to change anything you're planting, but it might help you plant a little bit more landscape plants that were typically tropicals.
Okay. This person wants to know when or how do you know when it's time to repot your plants?
The best way to know if the plant is ready to be repot is to simply flip it over, pull the pot off. If you see a bunch of roots on there that are really twisting around the outside or the inside of the pot, then it's a perfect time to replant. If a bunch of soil falls off when you flip it over, it is not the right time to replant.
Okay, say that one more time.
You flip it over, you
Uh-huh.
pull the container off of it. If all the roots are contained and you see a lot of wrapping white roots, it's a perfect time to replant. If you flip it over, you take the pot off and it all falls apart, you put it back in the pot and you say that was not the right time to replant.
Aha, I needed that visual, so thank you very much for that one. Okay. This person is asking, what plants or flowers do you recommend for someone that does not have a green thumb but would really like a nice yard?
Flowers, I
Yep.
think starting in the springtime, there's a lot of annual flowers that we can put in the yard that are relatively low maintenance as long as you match the sun conditions. If you have a shady area, begonias are beautiful plants and they'll flower all summer long. If you got more of a full sun area, I really recommend lantanas. Lantanas are beautiful. They bring in a lot of pollinators and butterflies, and they also flower all summer long.
And they're hopefully low maintenance for us people who do not handle plants well.
You plant it, you water it once or twice, and you let it go.
Okay, gotcha. All right. All right. Well, we're going to continue to take your questions right now, though. We're going to get caught up on what's going on with the forecast wise.